Hello, I'm Chad Chantel. I run a few Facebook groups with over 10,000 members uh, with the help of some very, very knowledgeable wrestling fans. And today I would like to talk about 2CW, a subject that is very near and dear to my heart. And this company has introduced me to some of the best indie wrestlers in the world. And their fan base is, as Bill Alfonso claimed, as loyal and as awesome as the ECW fan base of the 90s. What my point is that there have been a few other indie companies that have tried to come in, some with a decent reputation like FWE, that have tried their best to run opposition to 2CW and have failed miserably. Like this past weekend, FWE was supposed to run a show in Bridgewater, New York. Actually, 2 nights they were supposed to run, and it was literally right over the hill from me in Bridgewater, New York. While that was convenient, I didn't go. I know they both got canceled. They were supposed to run one in Rochester, but I don't know how that panned out for them either. And since they ran the same weekend as 2CW in 2CW's area, it was pretty much a venture that was destined to fail. So, with that being said, there have been other companies who have tried running opposition like the same night, maybe the same town or maybe 50 miles away. Either way, they didn't get the fan base that 2CW did, because I have been going to 2CW shows since 2006. I went to the 5th show that they ever had. It was the first one that they held in Utica. And I missed a few years due to financial problems. And last year, or 2 years ago, I started going to the shows more frequently. There have been maybe 3 or 4 shows in the past since the beginning of 2014 that I have missed. So you can look at their DVDs, you can see me in the front row in their videos, and you can tell that I'm a loyal 2CW fan. But if you notice me in those videos, you're going to notice a lot more regulars there. And with that, WWE coming into town, like Sunday night, there was a show in Syracuse put on by 2CW. Monday night, Monday Night Raw by WWE was in Albany. It's about a 3-hour time difference, or a 3-hour drive maybe, which that isn't a big deal. But usually people only have enough money to go to one show, and casual fans are going to pick WWE because they're on television. And they can take their kids, and their kids can scream all they want to at John Cena. There's no John Cena in 2CW. And we prefer it that way. And coming up next month, I want to say it's May 16th, 17th, somewhere in that area, 2CW is doing a show in Amsterdam, New York, that is coinciding with the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame induction. That induction will be held Saturday night. Then Sunday night, 2CW will be running a show in Rome, New York. WWE has thought it convenient to run Albany, New York with the NXT brand on that Saturday night, which is hypocritical because one of their employees, Michael Hayes, and the Freebirds are getting inducted into the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, which WWE has yet to do. And I just find it that I find it kind of hypocritical to run against something like that, that is trying to preserve pro wrestling and not sports entertainment. And I also find it hypocritical because 2CW has, for the past 10 years, or 9 years, tried to give this area what WWE hasn't for years and years. We used to get WWE in this area every 6 months. They would run Utica, then Syracuse, and wherever. What I like to call the I-90 tour. Most of the times I think they started out in Albany and then would run through every city until they got to Buffalo. But around 1996, WWE stopped running shows in the Utica area. Then they stopped doing Monday Night Raws in Syracuse around 1998. Then they stopped doing pay-per-views in the Albany area. And pretty much we've been relegated to having to drive to Albany to see Monday Night Raw, which I understand, it's a bigger arena, but still there's so many rabid wrestling fans in this area, which I know because when I started my old school wrestling page, most of the people came from this area. And most of them will tell you about house shows that WWE ran here. And they know exactly what happened and who won, everything. My first show was a WWE event, was a Monday Night Raw in Utica, New York in 1994. And I do believe that was the only one ever run in Utica. Great turnout. It's even featured on the Best of Raw Season 1 and 2. Anyways, WWE, if you didn't abandon us in this area and stop running here at least every 6 months and decided that we weren't worth the trip or whatever, then there wouldn't be a problem like there is right now. You running opposition to 2CW and pretty much trying to hurt this company that has this loyal fan base. And all I'm going to say, WWE, is that trying to hurt somebody else, like Vince has said on multiple DVDs, you don't try to hurt the competition because you only want to do what's best for your business. When WCW was hurting you, it was a bad thing, but when you're hurting everybody else, be it TNA, Ring of Honor, 2CW, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, Evolve, whatever indie promotion or whatever international promotion, you're being a hypocrite. Thank you for listening, and please, if you live in the Central New York area, go see 2CW. If you're on Facebook, go visit Old School Wrestling page, New School Wrestling page, Independent Wrestling page, International Wrestling page, or Wrestling Collectors Unite. All of those pages. Great pages, run by great guys. And, yeah, thank you.